You don't need to be a pro to braid your own hair. You just need patience, practice, and this Fulani mini twist tutorial. I'm Indy and I'm gonna teach you how to DIY braids so you can style your hair on your terms. The hair I'm using today is from HOTBRAIDS and I'm collaborating with them for this protective style. This is their 3C 4A kinky curly texture and I got the 22 inches. And this is gonna give you bob length hair that stops right on top of your shoulder. The price of the hair either goes up or down depending on how many packs and at what length you get it. The combo I got was 5 packs and 22 inches, and it's gonna run you about $3.99. But if you're balling further on a budget, I totally feel you. Check out this video right here. If you like human hair like I do myself, I would totally recommend checking out the website. If you're like, I'm not really sure what texture hair I would be, they did send me their samples to try, and it was a really good way to be able to feel the hair in person. Lastly, I do have a discount code if you're interested in getting some money off. It's code IBHB. We're gonna do small parts today and I'm gonna be twisting the front, so I made sure to do a U-shaped part to be able to separate the front and the back. As I part out my rows, I make sure to use braiding gel so that my parts come out very neat. I'm using this one by TWISTS, but you can use any gel that you prefer. At IBH Essentials, my braiding supply brand, we just launched our new grip clip to help keep extra hair out of the way when you're braiding, so that really helps when I'm parting out my boxes. To install the hair, I'm using my natural hair as the third leg of the braid, and I'm gonna braid down about an inch or so. You wanna be careful not to pull downward because then that will cause your twist to unravel and slip down. So you wanna make sure that you're pressing your hands up towards your scalp. Once I've braided down an inch, I then go ahead and split my natural hair in half to match the two sides of the twist, and then I start to twist in the direction that the curl is going. So you might have to check to see which way, right or left, your curl is spiraling downwards. For me, in this case, it was going towards my right, so I'm twisting toward the right. This will help my twist stay together and also blend in with my natural hair to give that kinky coily effect. From there, I twist all the way down until there's no more twists left, also making sure to focus any product right where my natural hair ends, so that way I'm not getting any frizzies on the way down. I give the very end a little finger coil, and then this is what my twist looks like after I twist it all the way down. I went ahead and snipped off that very last piece because I like my bobs to give a bob, okay, like blunt. But if you like the natural look, you definitely don't have to cut it. It is optional. Once you start to get towards the top, you're gonna run into the issue of your hair not being long enough. So what I did was make one side super extra longer than the other, and then I did the same braid down technique. I'm using my natural hair as the third leg of my braid, but once that shorter side runs out, I split my natural hair, but then split that longer piece in half. Be very gentle when doing this because you don't wanna pull downward too much and cause your twist to start slipping. So remember, keep your hands close upward towards your scalp and be very gentle. This is a hack I like to do when the hair I have isn't really the length that I need it to be. Like if I need it to be a little bit longer, I'll go ahead and make one side super long, and then that way it extends the length of the hair without having to get a longer length. Once I was done with the back, let's get into the front. So if you don't know how to braid, this one's for you because these are not braids, these are flat twists. Well, really flat rolls because we're not really twisting the hair, we're more so rolling it. But these are perfect for beginners, especially if you're just learning how to braid because they're super easy. So I start off by parting out a triangle in the middle of my head. This is just the pattern that I want to do to be able to have these twists in the front, but you can really do whatever pattern you want. I'm choosing to do these fulani style ones. So I'm starting off with the triangle in the front, and then when I get to the sides, you see how I'm twisting and rolling towards the end of the row. That's it. It's super simple, right? And then I add a rubber band at the end to hold it in place. And listen, I really chose to do this because I was in a crunch for time, all right? It was my birthday the very next day and I needed to be done super fast. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to do these rolls. And it turned out these were perfect. I ended up doing a combination of these straight back ones, but I also did a crisscross one. But really, now that I'm thinking about it, you can do any pattern with this rolling technique. If you guys have any suggestions for any future styles that you want me to try, any shapes, any designs, let me know down below in the comments. For the crisscross, I split it into 4 sections and I cross twisted it all the way down into the other side and then use a rubber band. Okay, y'all, while I'm twisting, it was recently my 25th birthday, and you guys, it doesn't even feel like I'm 25. As I'm saying it, I'm shocked. Time flies by so fast, and I've been braiding my hair since sophomore year of high school, which was literally 2015. So time flies by so fast, and I'm just really grateful for you guys and you guys supporting my content. I love helping you guys DIY your own braids or just helping you learn the skill of braiding so that way you can braid other people, your family, your friends, or even start your own braiding business. I'm really grateful for you guys. So if you're listening, if you're subscribed, so much. We are literally on the way to 400,000. Okay, that's insane. And I'm trying to get to 1 million. Okay, so tell a friend to subscribe to my channel if they want to learn how to braid their own hair. Period. For the front, I left out this piece because I wanted to leave a couple of twists to frame my face. You don't have to do this. You can just twist that back in the same row, but I really love this extra little pizzazz. I love these extra little twists in the front, and they give you a little more variety on when you're styling your braids. If this changed your life, make sure you have access to our members only emojis and comment down below the award emoji. For the twist in the front, I'm also using one longer side and one shorter side to make sure that they're able to match the length of all my other twists. So for a little recap, I'm using my natural hair as the third leg, braid down about 1 inch. When the shorter side runs out, I split everything in half and twist all the way down. I pull on the curl a couple of times, that way it loosens up and it's easier for me to split in half. So for these sections with the rubber band pieces, it's the same thing, but the rubber band acts like an anchor for these pieces. It'll kind of make your twist stay in place a lot better. So I make sure to wrap the hair on top of the rubber band, and you should definitely feel it in there, but you shouldn't be able to see it. I literally finished this style just in time to head to my birthday dinner, and I'm so happy I was able to finish. You guys, I always procrastinate doing my hair for the very last minute, but I never regret it because it always comes out so good. If you need some style inspo, I got you. Here's what it looks like up in a high pony. I used a hair tie and I also pulled down those little twists in the back. You don't have to do that, but I thought it was such a cute touch. If you're more of a scarf girl and you want to wear a scarf, I did wrap this one around the front. This also works if you're working out or if you're sweating or doing something where you don't really want to sweat out the front. This works perfect. So I wrapped the scarf around my head and tucked the ends in underneath the scarf. I love adding a scarf to my outfits. They're like an extra accessory and you can always dress them up, dress them down. There's a world of possibilities when you have a scarf, all right? Here's another one I did with the scarf. I just wrapped it around the front and tied it in the back. It's given very boho chic. I left the two ends of the scarf down. They were a little long, but I actually loved it. I think it looked just very flowy and relaxed. And if you like the vibe, but not the ponytail, I took it down and you can see what it looks like just down, not in the ponytail. Again, super cute. I think this one's giving like picnic vibes. I don't know. What do you think? This style will last you about 3 weeks before your hair starts to get frizzy, but here's how you go to bed to reduce the amount of frizz you get. I use this lock sock, which is for locks, but this works perfect for twist braids, whatever you need. So I'll have that linked here for you as well. I got this at a hair convention and it is one of the best purchases that I've made in 2025. If If you love this tutorial, check out my DIY braiding playlist for other tutorials like this one. And don't forget to check out Hot Braids hair and use code IBHB for money off when ordering this hair. All right, bye.